was a fun game to watch once it got started, especially if you're a South Carolina fan. My hat's off to the South Carolina program, the job they did. Our guys, I think they definitely played hard. I think we wanted to win, obviously. I think we played hard enough to win, but we just didn't seize the moment, especially after we get that big turnover deep in the territory and get 0 points out of it. Just very disappointing right there. And no matter what happened throughout the day, that was a moment where we had a chance to, at worst, tie it up. And we were not able to do that. And ultimately, well, it's one of the things that got us. It's one of the things that got us. We could have got another stop. There was a lot of things that could happen. But it had been nice at that moment as the game was going to take advantage of that big turnover right there, and unfortunately we did not.
Marshall makes 20 in a row before he misses those two.
Yeah.
What's the conversation with him? What was the issue?
I didn't say anything to him. Not that I was ignoring him, it just, you're going on to the next play, pretty much. I didn't get a chance to see him in the locker room. Yeah, I mean, he broke an SEC record, I guess, for most kicks in a row, and then misses a couple, which is not normal for him. And I was watching pretty close. I didn't see anything, and I didn't see any issue with the snap or the hold. It looked fine. One of them looked like it went almost right over the top of it, but obviously the officials thought it was out, and I'm not really questioning that. But usually he's right down the pipe, and there's not much drama when he goes back there to kick. So he'll get back on track. He's a great kicker.
Mark, they were continually getting receivers open, especially in the first half. Is that was it just kind of breakdowns in the
Well,
secondary?
part of the problem was we just really didn't put much pressure on the quarterback. Our four-man rush really didn't even squeeze the pocket as far as I could see. I thought he had a lot of time to stand back in there and side it up and hit it. There were some times we had some tight coverage and he made nice throws, and there were some times we just didn't cover well enough. But I think we got a little bit better in the second half. We tried to pressure a little bit more in the second half because we just weren't getting much from our four-man rush. Their offensive line did a nice job.
Can you talk about the call on 1st and goal at the 4? I mean, Hudson said, I guess it was a fake toss to Todd. And then when the intentional
Yeah, I
ground-
mean, it's a play that looks good when you put it in, but it wasn't very good that moment.
Can you talk a little about third down? You guys struggled offensively.
Yeah, first half didn't get any third down conversion. Second half did a lot better. I think we were 0 for 4 in the first half, and where did we finish? 5 for 12. So that'd be 5 for 8, and then one of them we went on 4th down. So it's almost like going 6 for 8 on those drives. So did a lot better in the second half. Didn't do much of anything in the first half, and I think their third downs in the second half. I don't think they converted one in the second half. That's one thing we talked about at halftime. We're gonna do a better job on third down. That's probably what got us back in it.
Did you think y'all stopped him right there at the end?
It's so hard to tell. Really tough.
Did the kids think that?
Well, yeah. I mean, anybody out there. No one really had a good vantage point. Even where I was standing, it was just such a big scrum in there. It was really hard to tell. I think a lot of it had to do with, where the ball was on his body. Was it on his chest? Was it down by his belly button? I don't know, by his waist. I mean, I just couldn't tell where the ball was. And even at the end, if you had a credit card, we might could have slipped one in there.
Mark, is there any way to take the guesswork out of a situation like that?
Guesswork out of what now?
Spotting the ball, in that kind of situation?
Not unless you have some type of a gadget on the ball that could maybe put a GPS system on it.
But is that hard to take, knowing what's at stake in all of these games that comes down to?
Yeah, but you know what? We still have got a wonderful opportunity to win a lot of games and get right back to Atlanta. And, so we know there's a lot of football to be played. Yeah, it's one thing about our league. It's such a great league that, if we can get back on track, we can get back where we want to go.